Greetings, YouTube. I saw a thread the other day on one of the forums I read that dealt with troll regeneration and different people having conversations about where it came from and how pervasive is it in role-playing games. And it came to pretty much everyone's opinion that Gygax pretty much invented troll regeneration as we know it in role-playing games, which wouldn't surprise me. The man was a font of all kinds of creative ideas. But one person brought up a really interesting idea, and that was that when a troll loses a limb entirely, they mutate. That the limb being regrown has a chance of coming out differently. So you could end up with a troll that has a completely different limb or a completely different arm, or a completely different hand, or a completely different leg, or maybe even a completely different head of some variety if it loses the head. And that is, to my mind, very cool. There was a product, I think it was called Chaos Tech, which dealt with adding mutations into a standard D20 type universe, though you could use any of your available charts from, post-apocalyptic games, the Mutant Future, the Mutant Epoch, numerous editions of Gamma World, and to come up with mutations of a physical variety. You could also use, for example, one of these hit location dice, and say that one was given to me by my friend Jan, and you could say that's the limb that was mutated in the past if you're just random troll encounter, and then you could just roll on a chart or just come up with an idea. For example, it's got a tentacle instead of a conventional limb, or two heads instead of one, that kind of thing. And you could have it also be a detriment. For example, if it has two dissimilar legs, it could be slower. And that way you could actually maybe have a troll that was a little more powerful, still not be overpowering for a party. So you could kind of make trolls more of a threat in a game, in a version of a game, or within a game system that doesn't have leveling, for example. So it's not a troll with X class levels tacked on. Trolls are more standard. You could make a more powerful troll by increasing its hit dice, but still not have it completely overpowering because it has a slower movement, less dexterity or something like that. So it would allow you to play with some of the variables in a logical manner. It has these traits because its one leg is a different size than the other leg. Obviously, it's not going to be as dexterous. So these are just some ideas I'm throwing out here. I would like to know, how have you folks used trolls in the past? How have you modified or changed troll regeneration? Have you used mutations for creatures in the past? I know I have often used mutations because I almost invariably have Gamma World bleed over into a D&D campaign, or D&D bleed over into a Gamma World campaign, so they end up crossing over at least once in a campaign. So I'd like to hear how people have done this in the past, and does this spring to mind any new ideas that you could put a fresh twist on the troll as a kind of a bog standard monster, trying to make it a little more interesting. So let's talk about trolls and how they regenerate.